I guess I want to start by saying, after the locker room, I'm usually playing music for the kids after a win, not after a loss. And when the kids came in, you could tell, I could really see and physically feel that they were happy that they won, but they were not real pleased with their overall performance.
Nor was I pleased with my overall performance. We need to prepare our kids better and more thoroughly, and that begins with me. Anything that happens in this program, I'm going to take full responsibility for in all instances. And this is we did not look like a team that was overly interested in playing football every snap.
Right.
And that's something that's got to change, or we need to do some serious personnel changes to get some people excited about playing football.
Yeah, I think, and the overall, now we started out, just recap the game, it started out, nice march down the field, just the way we like to see the Tigers march down the field and score. But to Coach Prescott's credit, that's a much improved Huntington North team.
Without a doubt, and that's the very first thing I said to Chip Davenport when he did the post-game interviews. First and foremost, congratulations to Huntington North and the improvement they've made in a year's time.
Oh, yeah.
They gave us, technically, we were very fortunate to get out of Huntington with a win. I think you know that, I know that.
Absolutely.
And like I said, it's better to win and try to fix things from there that are fixable than it is to lose and then try and do that.
Right.
But no, credit to Coach Prescott, his staff and their players.
Because we hit them in the mouth, and man, they got right back up and hit us in the mouth.
And I'll be honest with you, they played a whole lot harder than we did most of the snaps.
Yeah. All right, Coach. So let's take it apart. Let's start with the offensive unit there. Okay. Just tell me kind of some of your impressions after watching film all weekend.
There's some things that are going to go right. There's some things that are going to go wrong. I think, you said it right from the beginning. The first drive, we kind of set the tempo. I'm not sure how many total drives we had. I do know that 2 ended on non-successful fourth down attempts, which is not who we are, where we want to be.
Right, absolutely.
We don't want to punt the football first and foremost.
Right.
But when we do go for fourth downs, we expect to make those, and I believe we were 0 for 2.
Right.
Fourth down attempts.
Which is really unusual for us,
well,
or at least from last year's team.
History, the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And then there was another possession where we did punt. It got blocked and picked up and scored for a touchdown, which was unfortunate and really could have turned the thing, and did at that point. I think that put them ahead right before half. Then 3 minutes ago, we took it down and punched it in with 11 seconds to go. There's some things I'm pleased with. Having 5 brand new offensive line starters and setting a school rushing record.
Right.
The first time out with 495 yards rushing on 69 attempts. That's a positive. Going 0 for 4 in the passing game. That's a negative.
Right.
We're not going. We want to throw 4 to 5 times a game, but we got to hit 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
And we didn't do that for various reasons.
Right. I do want to say this: there right before the half, I thought the clock management and everything that you guys did to move that ball down the field and manage clock was really excellent.
It seems to kind of be our MO to run wide plays, try to get out of bounds. Some people do it throwing the football. We do it running the football.
Right.
Yeah, we were able to do that, utilize all our timeouts, and score with 11 seconds to go. And
that's big.
That was very big.
Yeah. Okay, Coach, let's talk for a moment here. And I do want to talk about Aaron Green's performance. Here he is. He's the senior quarterback. He's waited. It's his turn, and I thought overall his performance was very, very, very good.
He had a very nice debut and has waited, worked, wanted to be the guy, and now has the opportunity to be the guy and took full advantage of it.
even the announcer said the very fine quarterback Aaron Green. He made that reference once,
nice.
and I thought that was great. Yeah,
that's nice. Didn't always, there was a couple times he lucked himself out of some bad reads. 2 of them resulted in touchdowns. Okay, so what do we know?
Right.
give the ball and gain 5, or
right.
Pull the ball when you should give it and
Sure.
run for a touchdown. So
Right.
blocking on the perimeter was better, I think. We've got to shore up our personnel there, Dave. And, right now we use 4 or 5 different guys, and we want to get that down to 2 or 3.
Right.
But Aaron did a really nice job. He changed some plays to get us into some good plays. Changed a couple that got us into some unfavorable plays, but he's learning.
Right.
But yeah, anytime you carry the ball 19 times for 267 yards and 3 touchdowns,
Yeah. That's a pretty good day.
That's a pretty good day. Yeah, I'm not sure that I have moved 267 yards this weekend.
Yeah. Real me neither. Yeah, I know I haven't. So.
Yeah, so I may have driven 267 yards, but
Right.
But that is and overcoming the spleen injury during baseball of his junior year, being kind of a jack of all trades utility player last year while wanting to be the quarterback.
Right.
Filling in when he needed to at quarterback, did a great job at corner and split end last year, but then to come out and take the position and then solidify the position in game 1 says a lot for that young man, his character, and he's just a quality kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice kid, always in a good mood.
Yep.
Always works hard.
Yep.
Always tries to do the right thing.
Absolutely.
And he's going to give you 100% in every instance.
Yeah. And I thought, of course, the great thing about our sport is that it is such a team thing. Obviously, you got to have the offensive line performing and doing their things. You got to have, in our case, our wideouts are much improved. The blocking is very important in what they do. And then, of course, Juan is very consistent, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on having him carry the ball 30 times.
Right.
And that just kind of happened. And Colton Wampler came in and carried it.
Yeah.
9-10 times
Right.
for 36 yards and a touchdown. So, the B-back position, the fullback position is very important. Got some good blocks out of Patrick Zollinger, Mason Martz,
Right.
and Julius Jones. And our offensive line, which is all 5 starting their first game.
Yeah, absolutely.
You had Jacob Hannah, Michael Ramirez at tackles, Trey Stuckey at center, Dallas Anders and Noah Chu at guards, and of course Isaac Leach didn't play, but he's right there in the mix.
Absolutely.
As well, and Isaiah Coutois,
Yeah.
who's nursing a bum ankle.
Right. Okay, Coach. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but defensively wise, I thought that the defense,
Offense, and deception, meaning there's some counter involved.
right.
But their backs did a really nice job behind their pullers.
Right.
We didn't always react well to down blocks from the tight end and the wing. Linebackers got to see holes, fill lanes, and make plays.
Right.
And we got to run stuff down from the backside, which we did last year,
Yeah.
and we didn't really, except a
Right.
couple times tonight. A couple guys that really stood out. We broke down tackles. 4 of our 5 leading tacklers in that game were sophomores.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Well, and it's not really how we planned it when we set the thing up. But Johnny Burt played the second half at strong safety / Sam Backer.
Right.
And he ended up being our second leading tackler.
Right.
Zach Deeks moved from Will to Mike. Ended up being our leading tackler.
Yeah.
Who else was in? Mason Martz, who's a senior,
Right.
was our 4th leading tackler. I'm trying to think who our 3rd. Oh, Herman Flores, who ended up going in and playing a couple quarters at will.
Right.
And then Russ Winchester
Right.
was our 5th leading tackler. So,
Another sophomore.
Yeah, another sophomore. So, with that, there's going to be some bumps and growing pains, but absolutely no excuses. Our expectation for those kids is no different than if they've started 20 games prior like some of those kids on defense have.
Right. And I just think, and there's kids that you're naming, of course, we had them as freshmen last year, and we knew, and collectively as a staff, that those kids are, first of all, they're hunters. I mean, they're going to go after the football, and that's a big part of what the defense does. So, now overall, obviously you can't condemn them for anything, but obviously and that's the great thing about it with the tape and stuff that we do now, is you guys watch it and break it down and stuff. It's a teaching moment, and people don't really know, but as I said in classrooms with you guys, as you dissect the tape and talk to the kids and stuff, it's not, people think that there's coaches in there yelling and screaming. They aren't. They're trying to teach and say, now look, here's what you did, here's what you could have done. I mean, it's really a teaching situation.
It is, and Chris and Jake, JW and Mark Huffer do an awesome job of breaking things down, explaining and teaching and re-explaining. My big thing, my job on defense is coach effort.
Yeah.
If you're not going to play hard every snap, for whatever reason, whether you're physically incapable, whether you're too cool for school, whether, playing hard and hitting doesn't look cool, we got to sit those people down.
Sure.
Those people can't play football or defense for us because that's not what we're about.
Right.
And we need to improve in those areas immediately.
Right.
Because we were not always in a hurry to get the football.
Right.
And we were not physical defensively like we want to be.
Right.
And when we get to the ball, we want to move the pile backwards.
Absolutely.
And we did not always do that.
And I think obviously goes without saying, Michigan City's coming in here next weekend, and
baby,
they are big, strong, fast. I mean, they're more than what they were last year, I think.
It's a good outfit. Good outfit on film.
Yeah.
Coach Mason does a wonderful job.
Yeah.
Very talented group of players, talented group of coaches. Mm-hmm. We've got to. We got to rise up, play really good football, to be in the thing. Right. Our goal is to go out there and go 1-0 this week. We're going to prepare like that.
Sure.
Every day. Mm-hmm. Let's get to 1-0. Right now, the next opponent is Michigan City.
Right.
We went up there a year ago, rushed for 68 yards, and somehow won the game.
Yeah. Well, and I got to tell you, and I've said it to you before, in all my years of being around football, I think that was one of the finest high school football games I'd seen in a long time.
Yeah.
It was one beautiful game for a spectator to watch.
It was an enjoyable evening.
Yeah.
Now, when you have Harrison Mevis, who can boot one from 51 yards,
that helps.
The thing for you. And I thought we really played phenomenal defense last year at that game.
Absolutely.
We're going to have to do that this Friday night to match up with Michigan City. They present a lot of different things.
Sure.
But our effort needs to be there. We need to be locked in all week. And that starts at the top and trickles down. I will never, ever blame a child for their play.
Right.
Okay. What you see on film is what you're coaching.
Right.
If our kids are lazy on football, on defense or offense or in the kicking game, it's because it's being allowed by one of us adults.
Right.
Period.
Absolutely.
We either got to fix it or replace them.
Right.
And if it's a personnel issue, that's easy.
Yeah.
If it's not understanding exactly what to do or what their role is, we can fix that.
Right.
But if we don't have the heart, that's our fault as adults for not coaching that or eliminating those people without it.
Yeah. Well, Coach, it's a philosophy that you've brought into the program there, and if anyone knows anything about your record and where you've gone, that philosophy is a winning philosophy. So I really appreciate that.
I've been fortunate to have a lot of great kids and a lot of great coaches, Dave.
Yeah. Well,
and have administrators that support you from the top and give you the resources necessary. So you get those things. There are no bad football jobs if the people that make a commitment. Yeah, the people that call the shots.
Right.
They're the ones that determine whether it's a good football job or not.
Right. Well, Coach, thanks for being with us here. We certainly wish you the best of luck there. We'll have an interview with you. By the way, I do want to compliment you. As everyone can see, we're wearing masks. Coach is a stickler. We're all trying to be very, very careful with this, dealing with this something that I never thought in my wildest dreams we'd deal with, and the Tigers and we're trying to do everything we can with it.
We are, and you've been to our practices, obviously, as our freshman line coach. But every 12 to 14 minutes we stop practice. We move the kids 6-10 feet apart. I told somebody the other day I've done less coaching and more griping about mass and spreading out than I have coaching. And so we'll go 12 to 14 minutes on, 2 to 3 off, separate, COVID break, get a water, mass back up, let's go. Now that makes it hard to, when you stop like that, to
get them
refocus, transition back to either a new drill or maybe what you were doing before. I need to do a better job of that.
Yeah. People ask me every once in a while. People say, "What do you coach?" And I said, "Well, this year I'm coaching separation."
There you go.
I'm the separation coach.
But the water thing, I think we can do we do a good job of the water. Every kid has his own water bottle. They take it out there. The girls put rubber gloves on. They fill it up.
Sure.
I thought Huntington had, we used those orange crates. We had an offense and defense. I saw where Huntington had those milk crates.
Yeah, I saw that.
And each one was the same bottle, and they had their number written up on the top.
Yeah.
I got to look into that this week, so it's not
such easier for the girls.
Because they're toting this big old orange thing out on the field.
Right. Yeah. Well, Coach, again, thanks for being with us there, and we'll have an interview with you there before we broadcast the game on Z93.9 with the Bart Curtis Show, brought to you by Explorer Van. And Coach, I wish you the best.
You got a sponsor?
Absolutely.
For this?
I do have a sponsor for this, but I'll tell you about that later. But anyway, a sponsor for the radio show as we start, the broadcast on Friday night with Troy and I. So. Anyway, Coach, best of luck to you. I know you guys have got work to do. It's Sunday evening, and the staff's in here, and they're working, so I'll let you get back to that. And thanks for being with us, Coach, and congratulations on the win. Hey, and welcome back, everyone. And I'm talking now to the quarterback of the Warsaw Tigers, Aaron Green. And Aaron, first of all, I want to say congratulations. It was a Tiger win and outstanding performance on your part.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk a little bit about the game as far as it goes from your overall thoughts about what took place last Friday night.
I thought it was really good. It was a really good starting point for us. I feel like our line has come a long way, and I feel like they've got a lot to learn. Same for the backfield. We're just making progressions.
Yeah, I think, and it was a big question mark in a lot of people's minds. Obviously, you got a brand new offensive line in front of you. And you've got a quarterback that's new, really, as far as it goes to a starting quarterback, although you did that last year as well as playing cornerback and anywhere else that we ask you to play. Yeah. So, but do you think overall that helped prepare you here for your senior year and getting ready to be the quarterback of the Tigers?
I do. I feel like being able to move around as much as I did last year really helped prepare me for being flexible in any situation that I was presented with. So I feel like last night was a good test.
Absolutely. As a quarterback, you kind of got to consider the mentality of the team. And, one thing about Huntington North, there was no quit in them. I mean, they did not. We marched right down there and scored on them, and then, they marched right back down on us and scored on us. And then at one point in the second quarter, they actually were leading us. How do you feel the team reacted to all that?
I feel like it put some more fight in us, and it made us realize that, okay, we're not the only people that have had to deal with this COVID thing, and other people want to play football too.
Right. And I thought, especially the end of the second, as the second quarter was winding down, I thought the clock control that you guys displayed was just outstanding. I mean, you controlled the clock, you did what you had to do, and with 11 seconds to go, you got the ball in the end zone.
We did, yeah, that was awesome. It was awesome to see Juan get in there right before half.
Absolutely. Okay, so second half kicks off. Again, it's a back and forth battle for the kids and for you guys, but was there any point that you felt like, we're really in trouble here, or did you? It seemed to me like you remained, and the whole team really kind of remained calm through the whole thing.
Yeah, I just kept telling our offensive line and our offensive backfield, like, we're not going to win this game unless we score again, so we got to keep going, keep fighting.
Right. Well, it certainly paid off there, and we got a week ahead of us here of good practice to get through, because it's going to be a big challenge with Michigan City coming to town.
It is. Yep, they're a very good team.
Yeah, they're good, they're physical, they're big, and all that kind of stuff. Actually, just like they were last year, and I got to tell you, and I think most Tiger fans know, and you, of course, being there and being part of it, that was one of the finest high school football games I've ever witnessed.
Yes.
So we can kind of expect the same kind of battle from these guys this time around, too.
Absolutely.
Aaron, thanks for spending a little time with us. I know you got practice to get to. Just an outstanding job. You're admired by your team, and you're a leader of your team, and we just hope you keep up the good work and keep at it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll be back with more of the Bart Curtis Show right after this. Talking now to our senior, Caden Silvius. And Caden is one of our leaders on the defensive team. I've known you since you've been a freshman. You've grown up. You're a skilled player. You've done everything that the coaches have asked you to do. And I just want to say it's an outstanding performance on Friday night.
Thank you very much, sir.
Let's talk for a moment. Overall, how do you feel the defense, what the performance overall?
Well, I think we got a lot to grow on. I mean, we had a lot of mistakes that we could definitely fix. We could go a little harder. We had a decent amount of loafs, but I mean, it was a okay start. But we can definitely get better. Definitely.
Yeah, I thought maybe that we wouldn't give up that many points, but as you're talking and going through the lineup for the defense, there's 5 sophomores on the defense.
Yeah.
So it's a young, relatively speaking. You got your old timers, and then you got like you, and then you got the younger guys that are out there, and that's really their first varsity experience.
Yeah, it is.
As at any point, I mean, did you feel like, especially in the second quarter, we actually fell behind there? What's your talk amongst the defensive players and that kind of thing?
I mean, I pretty much said we got to pick our heads up, and we can't let what happened in that first quarter and what was happening in the second quarter bring us down to make us lose the game. I mean, we still got 2 quarters left.
Right.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah.
We got plenty of time to fix this, so let's go out and fix it.
Well, I think also, too, and I said this to Aaron, we talked to him just a little bit ago, that overall, even though it was a back-and-forth battle, and hats off to Huntington North, that's a much improved team.
Yeah, definitely.
But you hit them in the mouth, and, man, they got back up and hit us in the mouth.
Yeah,
I mean,
they did. They really
so that's certainly a credit to Coach Prescott and his staff over there, and, of course, the kids, too. Overall impressions also, of course, you are asked from time to time to be on the offensive side of the ball, too.
Yeah.
And so how do you feel as far as it goes to being in shape and facing that kind of challenge? Are you up for that? Or
I'm definitely up for it. I mean, it was a challenge. Don't get me wrong. I was exhausted.
Sure.
But I mean, I felt like I was a little surprised that I played that much, but
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I handled it pretty well, but
Yeah.
I could definitely stand to lose a couple pounds.
Well, hey, listen, I want to thank you for spending a little time with us. Again, compliment you on an outstanding job. You're a senior leader this year. You have paid your dues and done a great job at it. And, of course, we got a big challenge with Michigan City coming to town.
We do. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Thank you. And we wish you the best of luck. And I know you got practice to get to, and it's a warm one out there. So drink plenty of water and stay cool.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.